We're looking at the president's visit. He's on his way to New York this afternoon, and he will wind up in Schenectady. Well, he'll be touring a GE plant along with the Jeff Immelt, who is the CEO of General Electric. It is expected at that time that he will be making an announcement about Jeff Immelt, the chief executive heading his new White House board, which is expected to find ways to foster private sector job growth. It's going to replace the old Economic Recovery Advisory Board. So we are watching that very closely. Joining us now to discuss the president's visit today is the man who represents that part of the state of New York. Representative Paul Tonko is the congressman, Democrat from the 21st Congressional District. Congressman, thank you for being here this morning.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Tim. It's great to join you and the program. I think you folks do a wonderful job.
Well, I appreciate that. I was pretty interested to see that General Electric, is this the original site of where General Electric started?
Absolutely is. I represent the corporate headquarters, and as you know, over a century ago, we were the energy revolution. And it's interesting to note that there's so much investment going on in my district that district will probably now portray and represent the revolution of a new kind that takes us to a new plateau of energy invention and innovation.
Clearly, one of the breaking pieces of news out of this is Jeffrey Immelt to head this new commission. And I'm not asking you to get ahead of the president on this, but what can you tell us your personal experience with Mr. Immelt and what this brings to the table?
Well, he's a very strong leader with innovation, and Jeff Immelt has brought great vision to GE. And, we're celebrating issues like the advanced battery manufacturing plants at GE in Schenectady that's under construction. There was the ribbon cutting recently of the Global Renewable Center that is fostered by GE. And then we're very much encouraged by the news of the turbine manufacturing that's going on in that area. And really underscores the value of American manufacturing as there's an exporting going on to places like India to purchase American-made goods. So I think it reminds us that there's a future for American manufacturing. We're still perched on top of the heap in the global economy. We're the manufacturing kingpin, but we lost a third of those jobs in the decade that preceded this administration. So 4.6 million jobs lost in that sector of the economy, and manufacturing is unacceptable if we want to maintain leadership. And I think Jeff Immelt knows that building it smarter is an important aspect to the manufacturing future for this country, and certainly this president embraces the vision that many of us share of an innovation economy, investing in the capital infrastructure, the physical infrastructure, and certainly the human infrastructure. So we're very excited about this visit. We're excited about the leadership that this president is showing in energy, clean energy innovation, and certainly excited about the future of GE. Jeff Immelt has been an awesome leader, and we're very encouraged by the news we've been hearing.
Representative Paul Tonko is with us, congressman from the 21st Congressional District in New York. You mentioned manufacturing. The other day, the Wall Street Journal noted that actually we had an increase in manufacturing jobs for the first time in some 10 years this past year. A small increase. Give us a sense, if you will, of the shift in manufacturing. If General Electric is to be looked at as a success story, how different is it what they're manufacturing there today from what it was, say, 10 or 15 or even 20 years ago?
Certainly. They're, tremendously linked to an R&D center. I'm a big fan as an engineer, as a scientist, as one who chaired the Energy Committee in the New York State Assembly for 15 of my 25 years, and then having worked at NYSERDA, which is nationally recognized as the New York State Energy Research and Development Authority, I know that R&D and basic research brings about great hope and opportunity. It translates into jobs, private sector job growth. So the investment we can make there and should make there is what should be part of our comprehensive energy plan, because that will impact favorably manufacturing. I am a strong believer, Tim, that we need to invest in doing it smarter. That maintains the sharpest competitive edge for this nation and her workers. We can do that. We are doing it. We need to invest. We can't go backward. We need to go forward. We need to have this plan of investment in all those components of human, physical, and capital infrastructure needs so that we can ramp up and be the sound engine that really runs the world economy. It happens if we commit with very passionate resolve. And I see advanced opportunities for products that are being marketed now that began as R&D experiments, got cultivated through the process, through incubation, and now are standalone small businesses that are giving us the added benefits of their product that when incorporated, when retrofitted, when part of the redesign and remanufacturing, the modernization, if you will, of our manufacturing is being done simply by creating these opportunities that are now marketable. And that all begins with basic research and R&D. I think it's a tremendous opportunity for us. So we're very much invested in this, and we need to go forward. This country needs to understand that basic research translates into jobs. R&D is economic development, economic recovery, and that's how we make it happen.
One of the reasons I asked that question, I know that there was a big order from India's Reliance Power Limited in November to build a $750 million steam turbine order that is going to that country. But do they still make refrigerators and things like that at this particular location in Schenectady?
No, this particular location is very much now advancing the turbine manufacturing, the Global Renewable Center, which is a phenomenal center.
Okay. Are they even made in the United States nowadays, or are they made somewhere else?
I believe they're still at some of their plants in the southern portion of the U.S.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But the big thing right now, the linchpin to our opportunity that unleashes untold opportunity and growth in the energy innovation area and the energy self-sufficiency for this country is the battery manufacturing plant, the advanced battery manufacturing plant in Schenectady. That will be, I think, the key that unlocks the gate to tremendous growth in the energy area. They are fostering an energy design that not only is a response to a heavy vehicle fleet, but it also can generate energy, and the best news is it will be able to store energy so that as you harness the energy generation needs of this country through soil and wind and sun, you are then, with that intermittent power, being able to store that power so that it becomes more valuable, becomes more reasonable, and more responsive as an element in the comprehensive energy plan that this country is developing. The reason I ran for Congress was that as an energy policy enthusiast.
You can call yourself a wonk. It's okay, by the way.
Yeah, okay. We'll throw it in as a wonk. But as a wonk, I realized that there was no comprehensive energy plan for this nation. We need that so that we can plan accordingly, implement the plan, constantly update and revise the plan, and stay on a track, of course, that will get us to this energy self-sufficiency, a strength of energy product lines that are developed that when incorporated can modernize manufacturing, modernize how we address the energy needs in our homes. We can capture heat, for instance, and make it more efficient so that our power supplies, and we underscore the value, by the way, of energy efficiency. No matter the mix of energy generation, no matter how we put that plan together, we need to be energy efficient in the outcome. And that is our top priority as we move forward with the soundness of energy policy.
And before I let you go, are you looking forward to flying back on Air Force One?
Absolutely. Flying up and back on Air Force One with the President. It gives us one-on-one personal opportunity to really advance the strengths and the needs of this district. I have to tell you, if you're looking for a high-tech, science and tech zone in this country where it's really happening and it's clustering and there are job opportunities, the capital region of New York and that 21st Congressional District is a glowing example, and it's why the President, I believe, is using us as a showcase. And on behalf of the people who have developed this public and private sector partnership in my home region, I'm flattered for them that they are now the hosts today for this tour.
And one other question quickly occurred to me. Do you think your district is safe in any redistricting talk, given the census results where New York's going to lose a couple of seats?
We are losing 2 seats. It's very difficult. That exercise can be a very puzzling one. But, my commitment is to the district that I represent, and hopefully the soundness of work that we do will enable us to be returned to office. But, it's a difficult time for places that are redefining themselves, and the 21st Congressional District is really a comeback community that has taken its heyday of manufacturing, Milltown status, and updated it in a way that is now responding to the strength, the power, the clout that manufacturing has in this nation. It continues to hold a lot of promise, and I, for one, refuse to accept the notion that manufacturing is